I just start over. I just took mine in.
Who should be in the driver's seat? They have 500 million people. Hello, this is Victor Davis Hanson for the Daily Signal. I want to talk about Europe very briefly. Europe is greeting Mr. Zelensky as if he's a rock hero and giving us all sorts of dramatic, melodramatic, psychodramatic pronouncements that they are going their own way because of the Trump isolationism, and sometimes it's Trump Jacksonianism. They can't count on us. And Ukraine was the catalyst, but let's look at that issue for a moment. We have 500 million people in Europe, and they're very upset that 330 million people across the ocean will not help 40 million people fighting 140 million people in Russia. In other words, of all the players in this drama, it's Europe who should be in the driver's seat. They have 500 million people. And yet, when we look at their expenditures, 9 countries out of the 32, 11 years have not increased their NATO contributions to 2%. What should they be doing? They should be meeting with the Trump administration and telling the American people why countries in Europe still won't meet their military responsibilities. They're also running a 200 plus billion-dollar trade surplus for the United States. They need to tell us, instead of just saying we don't want to get in a tariff war, Trump is a protectionist, just explain to us why we in Europe believe that we deserve a $200 billion surplus each year with the United States. And maybe you could explain why your tariffs are not symmetrical with ours. We just need to know. We need to know that very quickly, in fact. Another thing we need to know from Europe that we're not getting, besides their surplus and the inability for all the NATO nations to meet their responsibilities and their promises of 11 years ago, is what is the strategy for Ukraine? They're very angry that Donald Trump temporarily cut off some aid to Ukraine to urge Mr. Zelensky to consider a truce so he can negotiate a more lasting peace and stop the Stalingrad slaughter between Ukraine and Russia. I don't even mean between Ukraine and Russia. It's basically caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and they're on the defensive. But Ukraine has not been able strategically to show a pathway to strategic resolution and victory. But again, my interest.
It really, like, I know I'm gonna let it play. They just want us to pay. It's the money laundering. Ukraine, right? The Europe, the NATO. Just like Trump said the first time, everybody else don't. We pay the most for to be part of NATO. In his first term, and they're next door, and they have altogether. They got 500 million people, but they're all like, we're supposed to help. We got, over here, and we're over here across the Atlantic, as they like the European people across the pond. We're across the pond, but they won't help. We supposed to help.
Your interest is, what's the alternative position by Europe? Is it we have 500 million people, we're going to rearm, we're going to divide up tasks? Finns have great artillery. They will supply the artillery to Ukraine. The Swedes and the French have good air forces. They will supply air cover. The Germans have a tradition of great tank making. They're not very productive in tank production today, but perhaps they'll promise to send 500 tanks and then outline a position or a trajectory or a pathway where they can force, apparently, Vladimir Putin all the way back to where he was either in February 2022 or maybe even 2014. But we don't get any of that. we don't get anything but rah talk that we're all Europeans. We're not Donald Trump. We're going to stick together. We're going to put
Yeah, the same line that Democrats say over here, right? We're not right. Even right now it's those. We're not. Yeah, we're gonna stick together. Years ago it was BLM. We're gonna stick together. They're racist. Everything. The communists only got one playbook. They use it for everything. Everything. And that's what's so troubling. Like, what's wrong with these people? Klaus Schwab, George Soros, Bill Gates. What is wrong with these people? That is Bill Gates. You invented all that shit. Why can't you invent something new to say, right? What's
in the ground? We have what? Logistical capacity, armor, Air Force. Why can't they just get together and get a exact, detailed plan of military wherewithal, coupled with a strategy, coupled with a renewed commitment to meet their NATO promises, coupled with an explanation to the American people why they feel that 200 plus billion trade surplus is essential to Europe's survival, and it is not a result of asymmetrical and unfair trade practices. That's all we're asking for.
Meaning unfair trade practices where America's getting fucked over, and the Democrats, yeah, they don't care because they're getting kickbacks. Send over whatever 50 billion, but you got to send back 10% to the big guy, whatever. We don't know the exact number, but we know what's going on. We don't know the intricacies, but we know the details, but we know enough, right? But now I think they all, Trump and all of them know. They just, a lot of people getting, anxious, like why they won't say this and arrest people. At this point, I'm just chilling and waiting for the, what's going to let it play out.
Thank you. This is Victor Davis Hanson for the Daily Signal.
All right, now that one, I'm gonna show you the contrast. And like I said, in the morning, I listened. Like I said, I got my little shower speaker. But I put it on. I wear it now, like a chain. The Bluetooth, but it's waterproof. It's a shower speaker. But I just put it on so I can, just to be funny, I put it on a string so I can wear it. But anyway, the now this one is a contrast. The reason I brought that up because this morning when I was looking for something to listen to while I'm in the shower, they put this one. I already had heard this one with Victor Davis Hanson. They sent her out here. So they send the her out here. Look, she's back there in the front, in the back, and the dog's up front. Why you let the door open? So they sent her out here. But anyway, so this morning, I already had watched that one, but then I clicked on this other one, and then everybody had started talking about how Bloomberg, they're just like kind of like Forbes flip, But the funny thing with Forbes, his channel sometimes they're just like CNN, but he'll come on Steve Forbes, he'll be on Fox Live Business. And he talks like one of us, the terrorists, he'll explain, he's Forbes, he's a business. But his channel, they'll put shit out, and but Bloomberg too, his channel, and I already knew it was gonna be some bullshit, so I clicked on it, and while I was in the shower, Oh, that's another thing. Remember I was talking about before the dude that pulled up. He used to mess with them. I don't know about her. I don't know, but he pulled up and then just pulled off and left. Then she comes running out, right? But my thing is, I think when they had them pull up, because like I keep saying, y'all, uh, you know, I don't care. You like, well, maybe they not broke, and it's like, no, like I said, well, at least that girl, the last two that stayed there, the one that just came out there, you broke. Hell, I don't even hear nothing. That house might not even have central air and heat. It's getting kind of hot, right? Look. I ain't got central air, but I got two portable air conditioners, one for upstairs and one for downstairs. And so I'm good because I don't want to pay extra money. So yeah, once a couple of more weeks, I'm gonna put the the air conditioner, hook the air conditioner back up. But it's not a diss. It's like, why don't y'all ask for more money? All that money they were stealing, even him. Okay, all you got out of it is a new truck. And that ain't even a new truck. That is, is new to him, but that is what, a 2019 or something? Maybe it's late model, but I don't know. I think it's like a 2020. Like, no, man. Yeah. I'm talking about them. If you're going to be part of this bullshit, shit, give me 2025. I'll be liking a new truck every couple of months. And I don't want to hear, oh, no, that's greedy. And look, there they go again. Right? That's not greedy. They stealing billions of dollars, and you can't even get a funky ass $100 truck. And them two girls, you can't even get nothing. And this bitch, you can't even. All you got is a Altima. Like, yeah, well, all you guys in Nissan, yeah, but I pay for it. I own it. You're a gang stalker, right? Wouldn't you ask for a Mercedes or something? Like, man, fucking damn Altima. Shit. These motherfuckers, that's what I'm telling you, these people are crazy. Something's wrong with it. Cult, they're in the cult. Yeah, that guy, the one at the end, he walks, rides the bus. They got them thinking, that's not Christianity. That shows you they have no connection with the Holy Spirit. They know they're not blessed. That's why they just do. Well, I guess we don't deserve no blessing. That's what they're thinking. That's the only thing I can think of. Right? These motherfuckers crazy. You doing all this evil shit working for the devil, and he won't even give you nothing. Nothing. But anyway, let me play the contrast.
Rave reviews from real Rover users.
Stark contrast. You'll see the difference.
Had the best care while we were away.
Putin started this war, and Putin
immediately, this guy, as soon as I click on it, I saw it. First thing he says, Putin started it. And this is a brand new video. We already know Trump exposed that for the dummies in the back that Zelensky started it. So this guy comes on, so he's paid for and bought by the devil and the Democrats. You already know. But that's what I'm telling you. What is wrong? What type of hold do they have over these people that they will not, they just can't break. They got to come and embarrass themselves. And just listen to what he says.
Is a critical element in reaching a truce and reaching a conclusion, a full peace. And it appears to me that what he is showing us by wearing his military fatigues and his rhetoric is that he does not seem to be willing to do any of the things needed to reach a compromise on the truce or on a peace. And the question is, what is the United States going to do vis-a-vis Putin? We've said the president said he trusted him. He has now demonstrated he's going to do his own thing. He's going to be Catherine the Great and Peter the Great, and a compromise with the United States or Ukraine does not seem to be in his cards, which means there's a major diplomatic problem with him, and we're going to have to address that. There's no way around. We've said the president said he trusted him. He has now demonstrated he's going to do his own thing. He's going to be Catherine the Great and Peter the Great, and a compromise with the United States or Ukraine does not seem to be in his cards, which means there's a major diplomatic problem with him, and we're going to have to address that. There's no way around
The
it.
distinction here, Paul, for me is the diplomacy of Hormats or Kissinger or others. There's a lot of silence. There's a lot of quiet.
Yep.
And as Robert Hormat states there, we're at a very verbal diplomacy right now.
It seems like it. Bob, so how do you think this is going to play out over the next several weeks and months as it relates to Ukraine, Russia, and U.S., and I guess not the Europeans?
Well, I had a long talk with the Europeans. That's another diplomatic issue that has to be confronted. The Europeans feel that they have been pushed aside, that they've not been included in the conversations. And the whole history of the United States strategically after World War II has been to work with our allies. The one thing we have that China and Russia both do not have are strong allies. And we're alienating them, and we're putting them sidelining.
Reading the script, we're alienating. Okay, so we're alienating them by not paying not paying them to hang with us. That's what we're doing, to be friends with us. Come on, guys. Europe, NATO, we'll pay for everything if you hang with us. You see, they're reading, like I said, it's a script they're reading, whatever. I don't, and nobody's buying it. They know that. I don't know how many views. Yeah, 9,000 views in 3 hours, 3, 4, whatever. And nobody's buying it. How many upvotes? 124. And YouTube don't let you see the downvotes. The propaganda. Oh, matter of fact, I guess in a couple of weeks, because they give them time, to come testify. Alphabet, their own Google, YouTube, they got to go testify. So that's going to be funny. I mean, and most of us going to be like, we want to see some arrest, this and that. But, I'm just waiting. I just want to see it. I just want to see the little, just like when they called the mayors in, was that a week ago, the 5 mayors from the sanctuary cities?
And
you see, it's like I said, and everybody else thought, it's like, they're doing it in order of presidents, what's most, what needs the most attention, so the mayor's sanctuary, but the Google, that's high up there, priority. Yeah, priority. That's a high priority too, but not as important as getting these mayors on testimony under oath, lying, getting caught in lies, the rest of us, we wanted them immediately arrested, like, turn around, sir. Or the female, turn around, ma'am. Put your hands behind your back. But, we'll see what happens.
This is going to weaken us in the long run vis-a-vis Putin and vis-a-vis the rest of the world. And very importantly, the confidence in our reliability to support our allies is diminished quite dramatically. All the Europeans I talked to said, can we have confidence in you? And I said, well, we have a history of being with you. And they say, if you're having a fight with your best friend and neighbor, Canada, how can we
having a fight with our best friend, Canada? You mean our best friend that's been screwing us over for all these years? Living off of us, protected, your best friend we've been protecting, they ain't got their own arm, they got, what I'm saying, not on our level. And the money they've been, was it billions a year? How many, that's a bit, friends like that who need enemies. Right? It's like these people really think that we're all just not paying attention, stupid, But like I said, you see the contrast between what the Victor Davis Hanson said. He just said common sense stuff. Like, he's talking about they're talking about the same thing. The difference is he's saying we should pay for it, and Hanson said, y'all take the lead. The fuck you mean? Yeah, what the fuck you mean? We gotta take you over there, and it's 500 million of y'all. It's only 350 million of us.
you to support us, particularly the smaller Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania? Are you just going to toss them to the side? So credibility is on the line here.
how should we?
Whose credibility? You mean Canada? Right? What? It's like, who want a homeboy like that? Right? You got to protect them, pay for them, everything. Everything should be equal. We get into whatever. I ain't talking about going out looking for trouble. But if y'all out in trouble find you, it's supposed to be equal. We got each other back. But Canada is hiding behind you, right? Yeah, exactly. Canada standing behind you, not behind you. Like, what's up, nigga? Yeah, that's what I thought. But Canada behind you, like, yeah, that's what I thought. But they standing behind you, right?
About Mr. Putin here, one could argue he could come out of this stronger.
And then on top of it, you paying. Yeah, now if Canada was paying us to be the bodyguard, that's different. Hey, whatever. But we're paying you. Since when do the bodyguard pay the person they're protected, right? You pay Michael Jackson, what I'm saying, just anything. You pay Madonna or whoever. You pay, whoever you protected, Beyonce, whatever. You paying them. That's what the relationship between Canada and America is. You paying them to be their bodyguard. It's like, damn, Canada think they so cool or whatever that you pay to be around them or something.
And is that something that the Europeans that you spoke with are concerned about?
Yes. I think that we underestimate how bad his economy is at this point and how many people he's lost. The only trouble is he lives in an information bubble. In authoritarian governments, information rarely moves up, particularly bad information. So he may not have a very good idea of actually what's going on the battlefield. And a lot of Russians only get information from state sources, so they may not know. But the economy is in terrible shape. A lot of jobs have been lost. A lot of very good people have left. On the other hand, he does have nuclear weapons. And if we give him a truce, he's using this truce to...
That was a little bit slow. Yeah, he come out the door. They send their little blood homeboy, with his little Ford. That was it. See, did he come out there? So he got. I told you he a coward, right? It's like, yeah, he keep riding, but he tried. Never see him ride through the neighborhood. But keep on, the car roll up on the set one more time. Is it his ass? See, that's why I said. So I just said it on X. That's why they said. Like I said, I just said it on X. You know what? I got it on my other camera, so I gotta go back. That video is over. You see you see it. It's you see the contrast, right, between Democrats and us. How stupid and the lies and how cowardly they are. They're scary. They punks. They got the little. Normally, I ain't even gonna jump in the car because they trying to get me. Whatever. So yeah, you're not smart. But anyway, I gotta go back on X for a minute. You saw the contrast, right? The difference between the liars, them, and the truth tellers. Like I said, I still don't understand, why they want to be gangbangers. So all of a sudden they had a digger drive. I just said that. I'm gonna go back on Twitter, and I got, like I said, I got that camera, recorded them on camera. So yeah, we gonna see.